What I'd like to do now is to hand over to Mr. Jos Jonkers, who has been intimately involved in the reform process over the years, and perhaps he can give us more of a candid view on some of the opportunities and challenges involved in the reform. And what I'd like to ask him first of all is, based on your experiences, Jos, working at the headquarter level, but also in the field, what have been some of the challenges of trying to implement this rather ambitious reform of bringing TC closer to our ultimate objective of capacity development?
Okay, thank you. Do you hear me? Is it on? Yeah, okay. Okay, thanks a lot. As Tony was saying, and Paul, I'm working in the Geographical Directorate for Asia and the Pacific. And of course, we are I would say, the customers to implement and roll out this reform. And so they've asked me to share a little bit of the experience of rolling out this reform. We operate in a very complex environment, and I just want to highlight a few of the dimensions which we were faced with. Rolling out this technical cooperation reform involves about 3,000 staff, 1,000 at headquarters, a little more than 1,000 at headquarters, and 2,000 spread all over the world in our delegations. So just the magnitude of the human resource, the internal human resource involved is major. The second big challenge is, of course, this is not just a freewheeling reform process. In fact, as Paul was emphasizing, this was in response to a Court of Auditors, a European Court of Auditors report, which was found to be very critical of the way we were implementing our technical cooperation and technical assistance. And like all supreme audit institutions, the report goes to our constituencies, and including our European Parliament, where it was debated, and of course where the Commission was called to say, what are you going to do about it? And so this generated, of course, this whole reform process. Now, we could have dealt with it very much internally, but as Paul was also saying, we are one development partner among many. And so it was not just a question of doing this on our own. We had to reach out and make sure that whatever reform we were trying to roll out to make technical cooperation more effective would be also somehow known and shared with the others, so that there should be a buy-in also from the other customers. And this, of course, involved a major communication challenge, which I think we've tried to deal with as much as possible also with our modern technologies. And I think I should really join Paul in encouraging you to sign up to Capacity for Dev, because I think it may not be the most Nexus Ultra platform, but I think it's good practice, and you'll find a lot of interesting information on capacity development. And then, of course, the last big challenge was monitoring the rollout, because the complexity requires us to really keep track of what we are doing and how we are doing, and whether we are achieving what we want to achieve. And so this was a major exercise. So 3 years may look like a lot, but if you look at the challenges involved, it's really, and I'll emphasize that also at the end of my introduction. It's work in progress. We have made a start, but I